and he did Kurt and Courtney, whatever, and it was like a big mystery to all the white people, and because of there's so many platforms now not connected to anything.
There's
so that Vlad
like a
TV guy,
documentary.
The guy went on Vlad TV, exactly, yeah.
But then
homemade, I think.
What is this?
And I remember being
employees
circulated in the
right
bootleg market.
Right now,
and
too,
it was
because
about
it's kind of like
murder
a
being
business
linked
move
to
right
the
now.
Illuminati.
It's like the most way that people get clout.
Dude, I said it on Rogan's show because people get like Joey.
It must have been made like in the 2000s.
He, like the whole mafia has a podcast now.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what.
Dude, I had a guy on my show 2 weeks ago, Louis Ferrante, who's a former Gambino crime member.
Yeah.
Did like 9 years in jail. Knew like the Gaudis, all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're all, and why wouldn't you be on? And so Sammy the Bull was the one that I really started watching. Like first, I watched the guy that's who likes Jesus now, that hangs out with Jordan Peterson. I saw him with Jordan.
I think that was the original, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The rats have podcasts. It's not even like the good guys. It's the rats.
Wait,
have
listen.
podcasts.
So
nuts.
just what you just said.
Used to be hard to track that guy down.
That's what I'm getting to. So you watch like Sammy's was. He's kind of out of crime stories now.
Yeah, those guys all have a hard time figuring out what episode 6 looks like.
Yeah, and so Joey Merlino from Philly was like talking to Joey, I guess, and Merlino won't say he's in the mob or that there is a mafia. He just cracks jokes, and that might be the sustainable move for him to never, because he gets street cred, right? And he doesn't fall in the trap of telling you all his crimes, and he runs out of crimes.
Yeah.
So, but so I said to Joey, though, I'm like, it's funny. You said a good guy in a
Yeah, it is true. A lot of those guys, episode 7, they're like, we raped a girl one time.
Everybody gets Stockholm syndrome. Watch that guy Charleston White I like because I could get.
He's funny.
Well, but here's why I like him. The Stockholm syndrome of watching this shit and be like, oh yeah, that guy's a snitch, as if I'm in the mafia or give a fuck about their rule. First of all, good.
Yeah.
I have this show I like because you snitch. Everybody snitch. I don't give a fuck about I'm not in the mafia.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You
Or,
got
on the Bloods and Creeds.
I wouldn't get involved with them.
It's just crazy though. You can snitch on a podcast and be a snitch, and they're just like they don't come and find you anymore. Like they just let you have a fucking podcast on YouTube.
You know what? It was a lot, much like Krav Maga. It was a lot of hype.
I don't think it was in the '80s. I don't think it was a lot of hype. But now they're just they're just deep.
Now there's one.
Just barely a mob.
You've started. You bet. First of all, they go where money is. So what are you better off doing? Starting a podcast?
You know what else? They ran out of stories where there's sort of still a good guy in them too. But I've seen a lot of these guys because they start out with stories about how, you know, we were kind of, if anything, keeping the neighborhood safe, and then by like number 9, it was like we're shaking an old woman down.
Yeah,
for
firebombing a deli.
You're right. That's the bullshit. But you know, like the CIA tells themselves kind of shit. That we're helping the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But I watch very closely all of them, how they tell their stories. You know, and obviously they're going to tell it where they look the best in the story.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, they tell it with like a morality that you could potentially get behind.
Yeah.
Good criminals. So I'm always conscious of that, but even being totally conscious of that, it's easy to get sucked into being like, yeah, he snitched. So, for example, hip hop. This is why I like Charleston White, because you would think even with like, I would even get sucked into that where I was watching the King Von versus that girl.
I'm just being like, yo, that's not the street code, bitch.
No, yeah.